You are leading a race that everyone is watching. You have owned the top spot for years and built a massive following. Then, a hidden rival explodes past you on the final lap and waves from the finish line. That exact moment hit on June 1, 2026, when Anthropic quietly dropped a confidential S-1 filing with the SEC. The entire AI industry gasped, and OpenAI was suddenly stuck playing the longest catch-up in tech history. The team behind Claude officially confirmed they handed a draft registration statement to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for a planned IPO. That confidential form, S-1, marks their first real step toward going public. A company just 5 years old suddenly commands a staggering $965 billion valuation. That massive number comes straight from a $65 billion private funding deal they announced just last week. You might think you misread the number. We are talking about $965 billion. Anthropic just surged past OpenAI in market value reported revenue and the race to go public. The AI giant has completely flipped the script on its biggest rival. Users and businesses are already pumping $47 billion annually into Claude for code research and automation. The startup just closed a massive $65 billion private funding round that shatters every historical record. That cash injection values the company at $965 billion and crowns it the most valuable private firm ever built. It was only founded in 2021 by former OpenAI leaders and is already lining up for Wall Street. OpenAI was just aiming for an $852 billion valuation after a $122 billion funding round last March. Anthropic beat them to the punch and filed first. Notre Dame law professor Patrick Corrigan tracks IPOs, and he called the timing completely unexpected. He said everyone was banking on OpenAI to go first, and the twist was genuinely surprising. Being first changes everything. Public companies must report quarterly earnings and disclose new technology. They also face relentless investor scrutiny that private firms never see. Tim Law from IDC says this industry matured in a very short period. That sudden transparency arrives as both a gift and a gut punch. Dan Ives at Wedbush Securities calls it an opening of the floodgates for the IPO market. This sector has been dormant for years. 3 major conglomerates are set to go public later this year. The timeline locks in for later this year. The market waits for the first move. The lineup includes Anthropic and OpenAI alongside SpaceX. That rocket giant merged with xAI in February and now carries a staggering $25 trillion valuation. A 5-year-old company just hit a $965 billion valuation, and the bubble question pops up. That is a completely fair question. Anthropic, OpenAI, and SpaceX are all burning cash faster than they earn it. That relentless financial drain is sparking real fears of a massive AI investment bubble. Hype fades fast, but revenue never lies. $47 billion in annualized revenue from a product that barely existed 3 years ago isn't speculative. Real customers are handing over real cash for something they actually value. Tim Law from IDC rode the .com IPO wave while working at VerticalNet and saw the bigger picture. Skeptics question demand right now. He thoroughly believes it is there and it will grow. This funding round could finally push us across the finish line for AGI. The final sprint starts now. You won't find Claude shares in your portfolio just yet. Public stock waits for SEC approval and an actual IPO price that could take months. The ripple effects are already moving. The public market race forces OpenAI to move faster while competitors swarm the space. Public companies must lay bare their tech investments and financials. Less magic stays in the dark. The AI black box is finally cracking open. A massive $965 billion will flood into GPU farms and data centers. Talent wars will ignite across the board. The real winners are the companies building that infrastructure. If that made it click, subscribe. We break down the frontier of tech and AI every day.